Hello, and welcome to First Impressions with Stu of Animation Triad. It's great to be back. It's been a while since our last episode, and I'm looking forward to today's discussion. But what are we discussing? Well, if the title didn't give it away, we are discussing Netflix 2019 reboot of Carmen Sandiego. Gotta admit, I actually rather like the new theme song. Now, I was a fan of the old one, and I guess by the old one I should specify which one, because there's been quite a few different theme songs for Carmen Sandiego. There was, of course, the animated series theme song, which, well, went like this. And my personal favorite, which was the opening to the live-action game show, which went like this.
Well, she sneaks around the world from Kiev to Carolina. She's a sticky-fingered filcher from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me, where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego?
They're all good in their own ways. But I gotta admit, I really like the feel for the new one. It gives it a spy, espionage feel. I really like it, yeah. It's pretty cool. The opening animation for the... well, starts on the third episode, the opening animation does, but it's pretty good. I like it. As for the differences, well, one is gonna have to make a comparison between them. The original one came out in the 90s, and I gotta admit, I hadn't watched it in a long time, so I went about watching a couple episodes, the first 3 or 4 or so. It was pretty good. Nothing to really write home about. I mean, it's enjoyable. It's an educational cartoon. It does information dumps about where the kids are going, and it acknowledged that it was a game, which I did not remember. So, the original series from the 90s was opened with a kid in his room playing a Carmen Sandiego game. And he would select the player Ivy with her brother Zach. And they would try and hunt down Carmen Sandiego with the help of their chief, who, in my personal opinion, looked like and acted like Egon from the real Ghostbusters on, well, like cocaine.
Sounds like the chief. Wonder what's up. Go ahead, chief.
Hello, governors. Scotland Yard just called. Seems Carmen Sandiego has stolen Death's Stonehenge.
And you're in a good mood because of this?
No, I'm in a good mood because I've always wanted muscles like this. Pretty buff, huh? And because the player wants you two on the job immediately.
Player, C5 is to the scene of the crime.
I'll be back.
You get the comparison, right? I mean, just look at him. Yeah. But, it was enjoyable. The new one actually has a lot of throwbacks to the older series, which, you know what, I actually really liked. They have Zach and Ivy show up again. They look very different. I'll throw up a little comparison here so you can see. But the biggest difference is the fact that, one, it's not taking place in a video game, and 2, the focus isn't on trying to capture Carmen, but follows Carmen herself as she's trying to steal from other thieves. So they've taken her from a... I don't know if I'd call the original an honorable thief. She liked to give clues and stuff to even the playing field, because she always knew that she was better than everyone else, which was something I always liked about Carmen Sandiego, well, the original series. The new one is much more, I'm gonna steal from thieves. Which, you know what, works. The first 2 episodes are part 1 and part 2, and basically becoming Carmen Sandiego, which, in all honesty, would be basically like the pilot movie for it. You could really play it like that. though the third episode does pick up immediately after the events of the movie. So it ties in and flows very well. In the new 2019 version, I should say, Carmen is no longer the head of Vile. She was raised by the people who were in control of Vile, but then discovered that they were evil. Go figure, organization of thieves calling themselves Vile just happens to be evil. You know what? I'm going to let her slide because she grew up with them, so she only knows what they tell her. I'll grant her that. There was one throwback I do want to mention, which I thought was kind of interesting. She has help from a hacker, a white hacker, as they constantly point out, and he goes by the name Player. And this is, of course, a throwback to the opening and ending credits of the original series, where Carmen would address the human character from the original series as the Player. So that was kind of cool. At one point, there's a scene in the second episode where Carmen is in an elevator, and you hear a little snatch of, well, the old Carmen Sandiego theme song. Stuff like that. They make fun of the fact that all the old villains had pun names and stuff like that. But I will say this, the animation is actually pretty good. The fight scenes and the choreography is pretty good, I will admit. I'm enjoying it immensely. I'm only 3 episodes into it. Well, technically 4. I did watch one this morning just to refresh my memory. I like it. It updates the character quite a bit, but it also pays homage to the original series. So, as an adaptation and a reboot, I like it. Though, I did find it kind of odd. In the original 1990s series, the 3rd episode of the series involved, a little section of it involved Komodo dragons. And in the 3rd episode of the reboot series, it also involves Komodo dragons. Albeit very, not as much so, but still, it was just, that's kind of odd. But still, I'm looking forward to watching more of this. I think it's a very good show, and yes, for those who are wondering, they still do the information jumps because it is an educational television show with a lot more action and drama to it. Some pretty good stuff, and there actually was some dark moments in the 3rd episode. But yeah, I enjoy it a lot. Oh, and Acme Detective Agency does show up again. And I like the fact that the chief comes back, but not in the way you'd expect. It's a combination of all the chiefs. So you have the hyperactive chief kind of mixed with the chief from the original game series, who I always thought was awesome. And they've merged the 2 characters to make a rather fun, enjoyable character, because, truth be told, the original chief annoyed the hell out of me. He just got really over that. So yeah, it's a nice combination of the 2, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes. I hope you guys have enjoyed the discussion. Tell me what you thought. Do you think it holds up? Does the original hold up? Tell me that. What do you guys think? Does the new one capture it well? Or, I don't know, just tell me what you guys are thinking. I want to know about your thoughts on this show. I haven't really had anyone to discuss this with too much. So please, post your comments below, hit like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Because YouTube doesn't apparently like me all that much, with the algorithms and all that fun stuff. Ugh. But whatever. Well, this has been Stu of Animation Triad, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon. Bye-bye.